Okay, Master Numerologist Andrea Moore, part two of my analysis of Rosa Parks. So the double fours combine to create the powerful, masterful number eight, the number of success. And the Montgomery bus boycott was very successful. Now, when you add the two sub-elements of the 2 and the 5 from the year of her departure, she departed in 2005, you get the hand of God, which is the number 7. And when we combine this 7 with the hidden 7 that's found between the first two subcores, the first subcore is the number 1 that comes from October. The second subcore is number 6 that comes from the two sub-elements of the 2 and the 4, because she left on the 24th, makes the 6 energy. That energy that sits right between that 1 and that 6 is that 7 energy. When you combine that 7 energy with the third subcore, which is a 7 energy, because she left in 2005, so 2 plus 5 is 5. Those two sevens come together to create the number of freedom. 7 plus 7 is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. And that's what it was all about, freedom, uh, fighting injustice. So you get the compound number of 5, which is the number of travel, is the number of speed, is the number of travel. And in this case, the people decided to not to travel by bus. They boycott the buses. And that's how that 5 energy was being displayed. So they refused to travel by bus to protest against the injustice that was so prevalent. Now, let us add our first two sub-elements together, which is the number 10. We're going to add that with the second two sub-elements, which is the 24. So 24 plus 10 is 34. And we're going to add that to our third sub-element, the 2005. And we're going to get our third, we're going to get a compound number of 2039. When reduced down to the number 14, reduced further more down, it's going to be the core, the major core number of the number 5. The number 5 energy is the energy of freedom. And Rosa Parks stood for freedom. The whole movement stood for freedom in a non-violent way. And so in her heart, her passion was to fight for freedom. And she fought for freedom for over 5 decades. What's interesting is that she left the body at on the 24th at age 42. No, she left the body on the 24th, and she was arrested at age 42. And that's just a reversal of that 2-4 energy. And another interesting thing I've observed as well is that her entry numbers, her birth cycle numbers, the numbers that she was born on, she was born on February the 4th. When you look at those two numbers together, it creates another 24 energy. So she indeed was the mother of the civil rights movement. And she incarnated specifically to light the fuels, to get the ball rolling, to help to start to extinguishing that old worn out vibrational pattern of segregation. Very powerful lady, very dynamic lady. So her major core was the number of freedom, action. Okay? So she stood for freedom for over 5 decades, and the 5 was very much at play and played a very instructive part in the civil rights movement. Another quick look at her booking number. Once again, her booking number was 7053. You're going to see that 5 energy, but you see that 7 as well. That 7 energy is saying is that she was ordained from God to come and do this. That's what that 7 is representing. And that 5 energy was saying that, and your part of your mission was to start breaking down that wall of segregation. See, the 4 energy is a wall, and the 5 energy was there to start breaking that wall down, and which she was able to do, not by herself, but in a cooperative effort to start bringing that wall of injustice down. The 5 energy was very much at play in the year that she was arrested, 1955. You see those double fives. Those double fives are indicating um, injustice being brought down, the start of injustice being brought down, and we're going to do this relatively quick, and we're going to get the ball started with Rosa Parks because the 2-5 makes a 1 energy. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 1 plus 0 makes the 1 vibrational energy. The bus she was riding on that day, 2857. Once again, the number 5 and the number 7 working in conjunction. Now, she left her body at a ripe age of 92. The first sub-age core is the number 9, and the number 9 stands for human rights. And the second sub-core age was number 2. And this 2 energy is illustrating that it was a cooperative effort. Many people participated in that nonviolent movement. Okay? So many people came together and they sung and they acted as one voice. Now her age core, when you add the 9 and the 2, is going to bring you back down to the number 2. It revealed a lady whose passions was about freedom for all types of people, who was guided by the hand of God, and who was part of a movement that's still marching for equality, not just for some, but for all. Now, another interesting way of looking at this, if I take her passion number of 5 and add that to her age core of the number 2, we're going to come back to the hand of God, which is the number 7. Let me show you right quick what I'm talking about. Here we see the 1 energy that got things started. And she was known as the mother of the civil rights movement. But this 24 energy reverses at 42, was the age that Rosa Parks was when she was arrested. And she was born February the 4th, which is another 24 energy. So she definitely was chosen to be the fuels that ignited this movement. Over here, you can see the 5 energy from freedom hanging strong, and then the hand of God hanging strong as well. That's 7 energy that drops right there. Then you see the hand of God moving again between the 1 and the 6 that makes that 7 vibrational energy. And these two 7s, when they work together, they're going to help bring about that freedom of that number 5. When you jump over here, you can see once again the energy. The 2 and the 3 comes back to make that 5 vibrational frequency. Now, when you add her core passion of 5 to her age energy, this is called a bridge. When I bridge the 2 numbers together, once again, you see the mysticism at play, the hand of God at play, the invisible hand at play. Even here in her booking numbers, you can see when she was arrested, you see the number that leads, the number of God led. And then we have the 5 energy and the 3 energy. And then the bus number that she was on, right here, you see that same pattern of 7-5 repeat again here, 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 and here. You see it repeated once again. You guys see that? And the year that she was arrested in, 1955. You see the double 5s. You see that right here? The year she was arrested right here, 1955. You see those double 5s. Okay. So it's very fascinating when you take a look at different events from a numerological perspective, because life is an open book. God is an open book. You can know God because God is not hiding. God is reflected in all of his creation. But we have to want to see the Spirit in all things. And that can be challenging to some of us, because we're so used to only seeing ourselves. But we don't see the magic that's happening behind the self. And so with Rosa Parks' involvement in the nonviolent movement, it just ignited. It was the right time. You know, the amount of energy that was needed to make it happen was made available. And the people collectively came together to get that ball rolling. And we're still rolling the ball. You know, the energy that was created at that time is still knocking down injustice for all mankind. So that's my conclusion on my analysis for the great mother of the civil rights movements, Ms. Rosa Parks. Rest in peace. And I would like to encourage everyone to just take some time out and seek your own kingdom within. Seek the kingdom of God first, and all things must be added unto you. I want you to keep your heads up, and I want you to know that you are a bright and morning star, and all stars reside within the heavens. Just continue to tell yourself, I am, that I am, that I am, and one day you look in the mirror and you find out that that statement has become your truth. Peace.